Hey guys, this is Mr. Saints Godzilla 21, and today's the top 5 cancelled video games. The first Avengers film was quite a success. You'd think there'd be a tie-in game to help hit the iron while it was still hot. Surprisingly, there was a game supposed to come out alongside the movie, but due to THQ and Blue Tongue going bankrupt, it never happened. It was also rumored that this game wasn't finished due to it having functionality issues. And before you ask, yes, THQ did hold an auction to sell all their games, but sadly Avengers was one of the few that weren't bought. Anyways, this game would have been very interesting if it was finished. For one thing, it would have been one of the few superhero games that was an FPS. Also, instead of fighting the Chitauri like the film, you'd be up against the Skrulls. From the gameplay, it looks like only the Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor were playable characters, but maybe Cap, Hawkeye, and Black Widow might have been added if the game was finished. The concept art also shows Ms. Marvel and the Vision, so that only furthers my interest in this game. On April 9, 2011, THQ pulled the funding from Money Shot's developers Phoenix in a mad panic to save expenses, and the game was cancelled. Money Shot would have been an arcade game for the Xbox 360, PS3, and even the Nintendo 3DS, where you play as an assassin with a controllable sniper bullet. The objective of this game was to get as many points as possible for every level before hitting your target. Probably the main reason though why any Saints Row fan would want to play this game is that you can kill the character Dex. Dex has been a taboo character that all the old school fans of the franchise want to see dead. Killing him in Get Out of Hell is nothing compared to how satisfying it looks in Money Shot. In April of 1997, Duke Nukem was first announced, but it wouldn't be until the year 2011 that the game would finally be released. For a game being developed for 12 years and going through 3 different companies before completion, I can't think of any other game that's had such a development hell. You're probably asking yourself why I'm even talking about this game if it was released. Well, to answer your question, the Duke Nukem we finally got wasn't the Duke we were waiting for. The true Duke Nukem Forever was the one shown at E3 in 2001. Just from the trailer alone, the fans knew this was the real Duke Nukem. The original company making the Duke Nukem games, 3D Realms, went through countless problems making Duke Nukem Forever. From downsizing their development team to remaking entire portions of the game to even completely remaking the game from scratch. Finally in 2009, 3D Realms was sued by their publisher 2Take Interactive for failure to finish development. The details of the case were undisclosed, but in 2010, the company 2K Games reported that Duke Nukem Forever was in development. Only a year later, the game was released. That rushed pile of trash was not the game we were waiting for 12 years, so for me and all the hardcore Duke Nukem fans, the real Duke Nukem Forever was cancelled a long time ago. Let's get something straight right now. That game currently being developed by DICE is not Star Wars Battlefront 3. Any Battlefront game that doesn't have space battles, single player, instant action, Clone Wars storyline, drivable AT-AT, or even 1/3 of the levels from the last game is not a true Star Wars Battlefront game. The real sequel to the best Star Wars game ever made was in development back in 2008. Free Radical, producers of the original 2 Battlefronts and my favorite PS2 game Time Splitters, was hard at work on the 3rd game until they went bankrupt. All we got from the result is leaked alpha footage. From what I've seen, this game would have been amazing. It appeared to be everything like the last game but 1,000 times better. It definitely had space battles as single player and pretty much everything that the new DICE game is missing. I would much rather pay $60 for this 50% completed game than the new game that thinks it's okay with being 50% complete at release. At number 1, we have Saints Row the Cooler. The reason this game's at number 1 is because it's so mysterious. Unlike the other games on this list, we've only seen 2 images of the cooler. I've talked about this game before in the past, but more information has been released since then. This game will let you play in the shoes of a bouncer on his way to the top through bar brawls and fight clubs. In an interview with the artist from Heavy Studios, you would fight in the ring, party in the clubs, and participate in other activities, all while using either the Xbox Kinect or PS3's motion sensors. The game also had a money system used to purchase clothes and to edit your facial appearance. It was unclear if this game had in-depth character customization like the other Saints Row games. This is yet another game that was cancelled due to THQ going bankrupt, and there was apparently, quote, quality concerns. The game's lead developer said the cooler was 60% finished before the game was cancelled, so hopefully someday we can at least see some gameplay. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to suggest a top 5, please leave a comment below. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.